This program was made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you. On the next Discover the Upper Cumberland, we check out Grassy Cove in Cumberland County. Next, we go on a field trip with Putnam and Jackson County first graders for Farm Day. And then we go through the May Day celebration at Upperman High School in Baxter. All of this and more on the next Discover the Upper Cumberland right here on WCTE, your Upper Cumberland PBS.
Funding for this program is provided in part by the United States Department of Agriculture.
Welcome to Discover the Upper Cumberland, the series, where we explore our region of Tennessee. I'm your guide, Desiree Duncan. A hidden treasure in Cumberland County is the little-known community of Grassy Cove. The Tennessee Parks and Greenways Foundation is working to preserve this beautiful area and to make it a place for all to come and enjoy the rich natural beauty this quaint community has to offer. Producer Craig Gray guides us through a sneak peek of Grassy Cove.
I'm Tommy Kimmer, and I've raised here in the Cove, and my grandfather was born and raised on this farm. And I'm raising my kids here, and I think it's a good place to raise your kids right here. The early settlers come through here, the Fords, and thought it'd make a good place for a community and raise their family. And then later on, the Kimmers heard about it, and we followed suit and seen what kind of place it was. We pretty much stayed here the whole time. Some of the Fords still here, and about the majority of the Kimmers are in this cove right here. We're in the southeast part of Cumberland County, below south of Crossville, Tennessee, right there. And Squatchy Valley's directly behind us here, and then Spring City and Watts Bar, Tennessee Rivers to our south here. So Cumberland Trail actually joins us up here on top on the Brady side. Show you this Lost Waterfall cave here. Water comes out up the holler here a couple of 100 yards and then sinks behind us here. All the water in the cove, it appears like this does here for on top of the ground a while, and then it sinks. And then all the water that stays on top of the ground runs through Grassy Cove and it sinks into the Mill Cave, which it reappears in the head of the Squatchy Valley and starts the Squatchy River. I didn't really know I was in a sinkhole, until it's described as that right there, but it's considered the largest sinkhole in North America right there, and they claim you can see it from outer space, which I ain't never viewed it from there, but I'm sure it is. I reckon thousands and thousands of years ago, this was considered a sinkhole right there, which all this water's draining underneath us, these holler spots all under us where we are now and everywhere, so I guess that's how it got its name right there. Said eventually it'd be part of the Squatchy Valley, but that seems impossible, but I guess thousands more years, it could happen. We'd like to preserve it there. We're partners on this right now, 4 of us, and we just like to see it like it is right now for our kids and your kids and grandkids and everybody to enjoy it later like it is today. I guess they're going to make a park out of it, a hiking park, where, like what we're doing today, we can come to this cave, and then there's 11 more caves on the property. You could spend a couple of weeks here looking and not see it all, so hopefully that's what it's going to turn out to be. It's never been opened up to the public, but if this deal goes through, anybody can come to it. I've took several people on tours, like I'm taking you all, and when everybody enjoys it and wants to come back, So it's something to see something that you ain't, it's been held a secret, and it's been something, for me, I've grown up like this. I didn't think there's nothing really spectacular about it, but it is, because I see it every day. But you find something different every time you go in the woods.
I'm here with Michael Torrance, who is the new board chair for the Impact Leadership.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us, Michael.
Thank you for having me today. I appreciate it.
Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about what's going on. I know that this is a new arm of the Impact Cokeville
Yes.
organization.
So Impact Leadership was put together, the brainchild of one Cindy Schumann, and she was looking around and thinking about the different types of opportunities to get minorities involved in the Upper Cumberland area, and this was born. Spawned with a great and strong leadership board. We have leadership from business, higher education, and philanthropists, as well as community members that would like to see this arm of leadership through Impact grow, because they see the importance of having a diverse representation within employment in the Upper Cumberland area, and how that can mushroom and impact not just Putnam County, but the region itself.
So the organization or the group has just formed, so we're just working on getting the bones down, right? And
Correct.
then figuring out how we want to maybe lead some leadership groups. Like, talk a little bit about what's going on with the beginning processes.
So what we've done is we put together a program, so to speak, and thinking about the 500 local 501Cs, nonprofits within the region, and how are we going to contact them, and more importantly, who will be the representatives of that first class of Impact Leadership. We want these folks to be go-getters. We want these folks to want to become a part of board membership. So we've put together relationships where board training is part of that process of going through our leadership program. It's integral to the success of the region and to Putnam County that we do have a makeup that reflects everyone in the region. And that comes along with having diverse ideas, a different approach and different perspectives to actually solving problems and coming to solutions. And I think that's what we've done effectively.
Being a part of the board is something that I know folks like us were very interested in, because we are a part of the community, but we don't see very many faces like ours that are serving on boards as well. So was that part of the reason why you wanted to get involved?
Absolutely. My wife and I and my family, we just moved back to the Cookeville area after attending school here. We left about 10 years ago, and we just recently moved back 3 years ago. And we intend to set down roots, to place roots here. And part of being a part of a community is to know and see that you have a voice in some of the decisions that are being made in terms of economic development, what businesses may or may not come to this area. And as we've spoken before, when we had our fundraising event, I talked about the importance of prosperity, that I expect and I want to see everyone in this region prosper. I want us to have the lowest job unemployment rate in the state of Tennessee. I think that Leadership Impact can do that. I want us to have the best representation of the broadest set of ideas that can actually be put in place and come to fruition in the state of Tennessee. The people that I'm lucky to be empowered by to serve as the chair of this board, I know that we can do that, and we'll see some great things come to fruition because we're together.
With this being an organization that's focused on getting minorities involved, a lot of times people feel that minority is just synonymous with African American,
Correct.
right? And that's not necessarily just who we're trying to target.
Correct. And maybe those preconceptions have to do with where we are as a community, or just where your perspectives are. But when I say minority, I'm thinking about ability difference. I'm thinking about age difference. I'm thinking not just about ethnicity. I'm thinking about gender. There should be fair and far-reaching representation of everyone and on all people and perspectives within our region. So that's what Impact Leadership hopes to touch on.
It's about inclusivity.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Michael, what are some ways that folks can get involved and maybe help with what Impact Leadership's wanting to do?
Well, becoming another one of the active civic organizations within Cookeville, we have started up our web page. We're putting together our business cards, and we're visible. So, the best way that things occur in the South is by word of mouth. So I encourage anyone who's to see this production to reach out to me if they see me at Rotary, at Chamber. But we also have an executive director, Cindy Schumann, who can be reached in all manner of places because she's everywhere. And once we get our webpage up and we have our contact information available for everyone, there'll be multiple ways in which we'll reach out to the community to let them know this is how we can be contacted.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Michael.
Well, I appreciate it today. Thank you so much.
And we'll be back with more Discover the Upper Cumberland. Farm Day with first graders from Putnam and Jackson County has been a historical event for 35 years. Producer Logan Hartman gets down and dirty with some hands-on farming education as he takes us through the Farm Bureau's annual first grade Farm Day at Heidelberg's Pavilion.
I'm Philip Baker, and I'm one of the agency managers here with Putnam County Farm Bureau, and involved in sort of providing some leadership for this Farm Day activity. And of course, Farm Bureau, we have sort of a rich history of doing this kind of event. We've done it for about 30 years, and we'll bring in first graders from Putnam and Jackson County and spend a day teaching these first graders about where their food and fiber comes from. And so really from production all the way through processing, nutrition, there's just a lot of great information that we expose these children to. A lot of experiential learning, a lot of hands-on, getting their hands dirty, getting to feel what it's like to plant something and to experience soil and to feel animals and those kind of things. So it's pretty exciting. Really the focus is that they learn about the source of their food and fiber. While we know the kids are going to have fun, and we certainly want them to have fun, they leave here knowing that, the food that they consume just doesn't come from the local grocery store. And the blue jeans they wear started out as a cotton plant on a farm. Digging for potatoes is a good example. But then in one of our stops, we explain how that potato becomes a French fry. We are working through our second generation of students. And so we have many students here whose parents went through the same experience many years ago. And it's really pretty amazing when you're talking to a parent and they're here with their first grader and they themselves went through this as a first grader many years ago. So that's pretty rewarding too. Getting that kind of information, seeing that peanuts grow as a root under the ground. Some even adults, we have learned this week, don't know that. And so the kind of information that they're picking up and the way in which we are exposing them to this information it's pretty incredible. Much of that is the presence and the involvement of Tennessee Tech. Students and faculty and staff from the School of Agriculture really sort of lend that element that we're instructing these students in a fun way, in an experiential way, so that they leave here having had a lot of fun and taken some knowledge with them that they acquired maybe when they didn't even know they were acquiring it.
May Fowler. I'm a retired Putnam County educator, and I'm privileged to be a director of Ag in the Classroom Farm Day for the first time. Farm Day is a two-day affair. The Farm Bureau, in conjunction with TTU School of Agriculture, provides 27 different agriculture stations, so all of the first graders in Putnam and Jackson counties can learn where food and fiber comes from. It's a combination of hands-on and listening to presentations. The potato digging is a favorite, planting the seeds at the master gardeners, getting up close to these huge farm animals such as horses and alternate farm animals such as camels and llamas. Those are highlights of their day.
It really has grown in the course of the last 30 years, from being really sort of a Farm Bureau thing to a community-wide event. And so today we have volunteers from businesses all around the community, many sponsors and supporters that have given us resources, money, etc., to help make this event successful. And certainly without the involvement of Tennessee Tech, and specifically the Tennessee Tech School of Agriculture, this event would just be, it'd be impossible to have. And so it really is a community event.
I'm joined by Melissa Parks from the Putnam County Habitat Humanity, and we're talking about a brand new big project that you all are working on.
Yes, we are, and we're calling it West End Place.
West End
Is
Place.
the name of our new community.
So it's in the early stages. You're just kind of on, phase one of this project. Give an overall what the end goal is.
The end goal will be a 16.5-acre development of 52 homes that are owned by Habitat Partner families. And Habitat Partner families purchase their home at a 0% interest. So it will be a community of people who are truly invested in Cookeville, in Putnam County, in their kids' schools, and all those areas of just the life of home ownership and how it kind of creates stable communities. And so that's really our vision, is that sense of community being built with 52 families in one place.
Well, what are some of the ways that you all are helping build this community and having maybe these families get to know each other in the process?
What we do in Habitat is whenever you become part of our family, you sign up for an almost 18-month process, which involves education. It involves over 400 hours of sweat equity hours, and then it involves volunteering in the restore, in your home, in other people's homes. So what we envision is a group of people who have gone through that experience together, almost like that boot camp type thing, where it's like a part-time job, and they've gotten to know each other. They've worked on each other's homes. They've been part of that process. And so when they finally purchase their home, their neighbors are going to be people that they understand them. Mm-hmm. They have something in common. They've all been through the same kind of struggles. And I think it's going to be a unique kind of community of people who really love each other and want to see each other's success.
Well, talk about the layout of this community and maybe where the idea came from.
It was a dream in Pam Ely, our executive director's mind, probably about 5 years ago. We built in that community before in just lots, different little lots throughout that community, and we really kind of liked it. And she saw this 16.5-acre parcel and did a little research and found that it was owned by the Tennessee Tech Foundation. And so we approached them and said, what do you think about this? And their first answer was, no, I don't think we're going to sell it. And then we just kind of began hoping and praying and believing that this piece of property was going to be ours. And 2 years ago, the Tech Foundation agreed to sell it to us. So that kind of began the process. And what we did what's called a charrette. And it's very interesting. It's an opportunity to bring together the people who live there already, the business leaders, anybody in this community who wanted to come and weigh in on this project and say, this is our community, this is what we think we need, these are our weaknesses, these are our strengths. And this was led over 4 days by Farmer Morgan, this company. And they had students from Tech, housing students who came in and helped them over this 4 days, and they took like everything everybody said and they distilled it down into this drawing of what this community would look like and what we could envision. And there's green spaces built into this community, and it's got trees, and it's like really beautiful what it's going to finally look like. So that's how it came about. It was really a community process.
That's awesome. Where can people go to get more information about the status of this project?
You can always visit our website at www.pchabitat.org. I encourage folks just to drive by because so many people don't even know where it is.
Right.
It's back kind of in a hidden little cove back there off of Broad Street or 70, and then it's West End Street. Now, if you really don't think you can find it, I would encourage them to give me a call, 931-528-1711 at extension 7, and I would be happy to put you in the car and take you for a quick tour because it's right in the heart of Cookeville.
All right, I might just take you up on that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
All right, thank you for joining us, Melissa.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with more Discover the Upper Cumberland. Upperman High School in Baxter is one of the only schools in the country that continue to celebrate an annual May Day event. The 75th edition of this hometown tradition is full of color, music, as well as the closing of a chapter and the start of a new beginning for these students. Producer Logan Hartman takes us through the final days of Upperman High School's class of 2016.
My name's Samuel Stevens. I'm a senior at Upperman High School and I'm on the lacrosse team. May Day is a pagan ritual originated in Europe. It's used to symbolize fertility, but we use it to honor our seniors and our juniors.
Trevor William Flatt.
We have a May Day Queen and a Bachelor of Ugliness. The purpose of the ceremony is to crown our May Day Queen.
My name is Austin Gagne. I'm a senior at Upperman High School and I'm on the lacrosse team. May Day is something we do at our school to celebrate spring, where the seniors and the juniors dance.
Performances that everybody puts on. There's 6, 2 individual. The juniors do a dance. The freshmen do the maypole dance, where they wrap ribbons around the maypole. The seniors have put together a waltz for the May Day Queen that we will perform for her.
Denmark. I am a junior at Upperman High School. This is the 75th year that we're doing May Day here. It's a rich part of our culture here. My role in the ceremony is I do what's called the Junior Waltz. Our school is one of the last high schools in the country to be doing May Day. And that, honestly, it makes me extremely proud to go to Upperman here and be thankful that I can be in the May Day celebration. highlight of May Day is to celebrate the seniors and send them off with whatever we can give them.
My name's Austin Gagno. We're out. Peace.
For more info on this show and to catch your favorite segments, visit our website wcte.org/discover. Also, if you have any topic ideas, email them to discover@wcte.org. Thanks for joining us, and remember to get out there and discover the Upper Cumberland.
Funding for this program is provided in part by the United States Department of Agriculture.
This program was made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.